How do you even start a video like this?
You already know what you clicked on. We got a big review for you guys today. A bunch of Premier League, Champions League, and some Europa League.
Let's just take it from the top. Let's just get it out of the way. We're going to start with the Champions League because we have to. Because we fucking have to.
It's the biggest competition. So, take it
Premier
away.
League, Europa League, all that. We'll get to that. But for right now, first of all, Manchester City have tragically crashed out of the Champions League to Real Madrid, and I'm very upset. Kicking it off, we're up 4-3, right? Going into this game, it looks good. Like I said last week, we are in the favored position. Yes, it's the Bernabeu, and yes, it's Real Madrid, but at some point I felt their luck had to come to an end somewhere.
I mean, it was 4-3 going into the final game, so it's like you obviously have the advantage, but how much of an advantage? Not that much.
And yes, it is the Bernabeu and it's Real Madrid. We go there. The first half, they had the better chances. They should have put them away, honestly. Benzema had a header. There was a few chances that Benzema missed. Benzema was not looking very good at the beginning of the game. For some reason, he just was off the mark. They had a few good chances, but couldn't capitalize. We had some, not any real chances to offset them.
I thought they looked dangerous, though. I mean, it was a pretty low-key first half in terms of what we've seen from the first game from these two. So it's like you were expecting, fireworks right off the bat like last game, but totally submissive in terms of
the excitement.
The excitement
wasn't there.
Yeah,
it definitely wasn't there this game. And before I get to all the bad things about the game, I'm going to start with the good things. Kyle Walker put up a dog fight against Vinicius Jr. You can say whatever you want to say. He is the only right back in the world I feel that can cover Vinicius Jr. And if you'd like to give me somebody else, I would be loving to hear it because there's no other right back.
It depends what we're talking about because, I mean...
What? Okay, give me one.
I could give you...
Who's locking Vinicius Jr. is what I'm asking.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka would lock him down.
We're done with that conversation
in a game.
Right there.
Hang on. In a defensive game. But the problem is with Wan-Bissaka is offensively he's fucking terrible. But defensively,
Wan-Bissaka would get rinsed.
He would shut him down.
I don't think so. Anyway.
But Walker did put up a really good performance.
10 out of 10 for him, I swear. I don't care what anybody says. He got injured. Him coming off was so crucial. And it's so
It
terrible
just throws off
see.
the balance.
It really did. Zinchenko comes on. Didn't do terrible. Could have done better, though. Cancelo moved to right back, obviously. Mahrez scores 70th minute. Oh my goodness. 5-3 on aggregate. By God, we're looking gravy at this point.
You guys are through.
We're looking gravy. Pep makes some subs. People say it's controversial. Some maybe a little bit. But at the same time, I don't think his substitutions were the reasons of this outcome. Yeah. No, exactly.
There was no
So whoever's blaming Pep needs to fuck off. Okay? For the substitutions.
Classic bottle in the semifinal, though. Alright, I'm sorry. But the subs were not the problem.
Rodrygo comes on too. Carlo makes his good subs. And Real Madrid just did what they do. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Like, over the whole two legs, people are going to argue, there was a few chances. This and that, the refs, this and that. I see a lot of City fans saying that. And at the end of the day,
you have to win.
They wanted it more at the end. And we switched off right there at the end. They switched off. Why? I don't know. I'm not the guy to tell you why they switched off. But they switched off. I go off what I see, what we saw. And Rodrygo gets in the box and scores a header. Okay.
One of the shortest guys on the field.
Okay. We're still up 1-0. Play aggressive and start, you realize that you have this 1-goal advantage still. You have 1-goal advantage in the Bernabeu. It's the 90th minute. Okay? All you need to do Try and hold the ball, get over to the corner, not do dumbass shit. Just try and be almost dirty in a sense. Switch off of trying to be class, passing around. It's crunch time.
Get those hard
It's fucking crunch time. You need to kick somebody. You need to do something.
Atletico Madrid, them motherfuckers.
Yeah, you need to hold the ball at all costs. You need to be moving, getting to the corner, doing something. And they're just letting them have the ball. Ederson kicks it to Courtois. Courtois just takes it, kicks it right back. They start their attack again. Why? Why would we do that? What is the reason? We can hold the ball. We can do that. Get the ball upfield. We have players who can hold on to the ball. Grealish, for all the shit he gets, he can hold on to the ball very well. He can get from point A to point B very well.
And I don't think his performance was necessarily that poor. A lot of people are dragging him, but obviously with the big money price tag.
We're going to talk about $100 million man all day. Yeah, why was he on the bench? But we know why he was on the bench. We're going off performances of the season. He's not been the $100 million man as of yet. And not to say he can't be eventually, because I definitely think he can be.
He's still young, too.
And he came on, and his chances were great. Mendy made an amazing goal line save. We could have won the game had it been 2-0. He goes down again. Courtois makes a great save. I can't discredit him for those misses or saves or whatever you want to call them. You can't take that away from him. Maybe you should have put him away. We should have put away some different chances throughout the whole game, the whole two legs, okay?
Because that first game really could have been 5 or 6.
We should have done so much more.
4,
so we let it come down to this point, and then Rodrygo again. We're still switched off. Everybody's just... They got scared after one goal, and we're still up the goal. We're still up a goal at this point. We haven't even gotten to the Rodrygo goal yet. We're still up a goal. You need to fucking fight for it. You need to do something. And then he comes in again, scores again. It's tied up, completely just switched off at this point. Everybody is completely shook. The Bernabeu is rocking at this point. And we go into extra time, and it pretty much looked inevitable for a comeback at that point.
I mean, you see the Real Madrid fans. I mean, technically, when you think about it, after City scored that goal, they were basically up 2-0. And a 2-goal lead away from home is one of the most dangerous scores you can have when you're playing against someone with such a crazy atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because they get one goal, and that place starts fucking rocketing. They are electric. They are ready. And then if they, God forbid, get a second to tie it up, which they did, you're basically just fucked at that point.
You're on the fence.
And
absolutely.
you know that third goal is probably coming.
And then
one way or another.
We go into extra time. We give away a penalty. We're just being rash and not thinking at this point. It was pretty much gone after that.
Yeah,
everybody was just so discombobulated. It was unreal. There was no cohesion in that extra time. Like I don't know what they were thinking. You obviously that's not the players you want. Like you want Kevin De Bruyne on and players like that in that extra time, but that's not who we had on. But we have the good enough players to be able to do something, and they didn't look like they were having it at all.
I saw some people on Twitter saying that City lacked the squad depth to win.
We don't lack a squad depth. We lack a striker, and this was a game where the two legs was a game. Games where we could have had a number 9. Maybe it could have made a difference. But it just goes to show that even without a number 9, those chances you need to finish, especially in the first game, are so crucial. So freaking crucial.
At the end of the day, the real decider, the real X factor in all of this, Benzema. He's inevitable.
Yeah. Goes up, scores his pen. 3-1 on the day, 6-5 over the aggregate. Real Madrid are through, and I don't know to say deservedly so, but I guess it is deservedly so because we just that last 10 minutes we switched off, and yeah, there's X, Y, and Z reasons over the whole 180 minutes, but we lost 3-1 to Real Madrid. Congratulations! I am now obviously rooting for them to beat Liverpool.
Speaking of Liverpool, they unfortunately did win against Villarreal We saw them win 3-2 on the night, and I believe it was 5-2. Or yeah, something like that. If we don't pay attention as much to Liverpool, but
it was.
Honestly, Villarreal, man, that first half.
First half, have everybody in the world was going.
Guys, you don't even realize.
2-0 after in halftime going in, and then the second half, Luis Diaz came on, and I'm not gonna say he was the complete reason why, but it was just the whole game switched, and he was a good reason why Liverpool got back on the front foot, but. Just one sub shouldn't make the difference. The team just shut off almost. Like that second half, they were just like, all right, now we're just gonna go back to what we were doing the first game.
Whatever Klopp said to those guys at the halftime team talk, whatever tactics he went over, whatever key points, whatever he said, it obviously worked, and it just shows why, unfortunately, Liverpool have one of the best managers, and in my opinion, probably the best manager in the world right now. So they do go through. They will play Real Madrid. And we're fucking Blancos this week.
Yeah. Jose Mourinho is about to get a fucking trophy with Roma.
Okay.
Getting into Europa League and Europa Conference League, we're going to throw that in there too, because we know we got the fans of all over the world for all the clubs.
We know you're watching.
Yeah. Roma fans, Leicester fans, Feyenoord, Marseille, all those good clubs. But here's Europa League. We're going to kick it off with West Ham, losing 1-0 to Frankfurt. We wanted them to win. We both wanted them to win. But
I would say so, yeah.
I wanted them to win.
I was hopeful. I like some of their players. But also, I kind of like West Ham. They're a Premier League team.
They're a likable team.
And I do get the argument that if you like a team in the Premier League or you like the Premier League, you should want other English teams to go. Personally, I couldn't give a fuck less about that one. But West Ham's cool.
West Ham is a cool team.
I like some of their players, so I was hoping that they beat Frankfurt, who I have no attachment to whatsoever. So, but it was pretty cool to see the Frankfurt fans actually get to a final. UEFA final, huge competition, and hopefully they can do well.
Other than all the other side, Rangers beating Leipzig 3-2 on a comeback win.
Absolutely astonishing, honestly.
In Rangers Park, I don't know what their stadium's called. Is it called Rangers Park?
I guess.
Something like that. Sure. Rangers Stadium.
We're not super up on our Scottish
football.
They're
1-0 down, 2-1 in the tie down.
2-1 in the tie down. Yep.
Down 2-1.
Yep.
Go up 2-0 in the game, and Cuckoo scores. It's tied up at this point.
Leipzig could have taken over, really.
Yeah. You thought they would. They had a few good chances right after that. And then, lo and behold, they go and score again, making it 3-1 on the day.
Yep.
So, they go through. Congrats to them.
Jumping over to the Premier League, we did see quite a few games this weekend. Some of them decent, some of them not so great. Some of them just boring as fuck, honestly.
This was kind of a stale week, I guess. It's important for a lot of teams, like the title race and top four and all that.
Right.
Youngmin's Son putting on a show again. Tottenham getting a win.
Yeah, another good performance from them. They're really getting on a roll here at the end of the season. So.
And them and Arsenal are really going to go at it now. I think it's going to be a good display to see them going at it.
Yeah,
we see Everton beating Chelsea. Big game.
Jeez, fucking.
They're really hoping to get out of that relegation zone. I'm kind of hoping they don't, because if they do, that means Leeds goes down. But at the same time, Burnley could drop points too. They're on a bit of a hot streak too. They've been winning and getting points, and hopefully, and Leeds just took a loss to City, as we're going to talk about right now, 4-0. Obviously, I wanted City to win that game because I wanted them to win the title. But at the same time, hopefully Leeds can pick up some points in these upcoming games, because they really need to. But they have to play Chelsea, Arsenal, Brentford, and Brighton, I think. So Chelsea and Arsenal, those two games. Both of those teams are kind of playing for something, I guess. You could say Chelsea's playing for third.
Yeah, you're lucky to get a point out of those two games.
So and Burnley's holding on to, Everton crawling back. It's going to be a close one.
United also won. We didn't put up quite as impressive a scoreline, but we did win 3-0 over Brentford. Good performance. I wouldn't say great. I mean, it was acceptable. Better energy, better effort, better passion. I mean, honestly, we saw a couple of decent performances. I thought Ronaldo, obviously, he's got his goal, but he just looked really good. I mean, he looked like a 32-year-old playing for Real Madrid, poaching in the box, and
yeah.
But
I saw a very cohesive United team. I felt like I don't know if it was just because it's the farewell game, the last home game of the season or whatever.
Final home game at Old Trafford,
and all gonna give him claps and such, and all these players are leaving. Juan Mata gets a clap. Dude, Matic gets a clap.
I appreciate you saying that because shout out Juan Mata. We know you're watching. You did great the other day, lad.
Yeah.
That game was fucking impeccable.
Who else came on, got a clap? Phil Jones?
Well, Matic and Mata both came off.
Oh, well, yeah.
So they got a standing ovation.
Phil Jones, though, came on.
Yeah.
Probably his last game for United.
Phil Jones did come on in.
Oh, there was other people, too.
Was
that it?
That was it. Just those three.
Oh, well, there was one who didn't get to come on was Jesse Lingard. But
he's salty about that.
United don't give a fuck about him for some reason, even though he's been there for longer than all those guys.
And honestly,
a little bit disrespectful there, I'd say. But, hey.
At the same time, though, he's getting too big for his fucking britches. I hate to do this to a player that's been with us all through the youth.
I won't
leaks coming out of the dressing room.
Nope.
Poor performances.
What leaks about him specifically?
Him specifically, he said to Paul Scholes, the dressing room is a disaster. Specifically him, but also there have been plenty of leaks the last couple of weeks.
I'm sure it is. Okay, here's what I want to say.
But the public people don't need to know that. Obviously, it's a shitty dressing room when you're losing, but at the same time...
Who's he telling he told Paul Scholes.
Yeah, but they also...
Fucking Paul Scholes.
This guy
does with it what he does.
Okay. Yes, he's been done in by United. He's
been completely mistreated here.
He's had 3 good months under Mourinho.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
he
matter.
Scored a couple of good goals.
It doesn't matter. You guys have kept him and said to him that I'm not 100% sure.
They said to him, "We need you."
Yeah, I'm not in the United dressing room, so I can't say for 100% fact, but I'm pretty sure
they told him
they wanted him to stay.
They refused bids.
They didn't want him to leave. He's been there since he was like 11 years old or something. Hold on, let me finish. He's been there since he was like 11 years old. Done everything he can for this club. Whether or not he's performed at the level you want him to, they chose to keep him. They wanted him to stay.
You're right.
He stayed. They didn't do shit for him. It's his final game. He deserves a clap.
Do they owe him that?
A clap, yes. His final game. They owe him a clap.
So he deserves to play.
He deserves the same treatment. He deserves the same treatment as Juan Mata and Matic. Tell me he doesn't.
Tell me he performs like those.
No. That doesn't matter.
No,
that doesn't
tell
matter.
me his performances.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Him
that does not matter. No, I'm not talking. Okay, it doesn't warrant
time.
It doesn't warrant him game time.
So then, if you don't get on the field, you don't get clapped. As simple as that.
Where the fuck has Phil Jones been? He played like 4 or 5 games the whole season. Why does he get a clap? Where are the memes from this year? It doesn't. I want to ask you. Why does he get? No, that does nothing to do with. The memes have nothing to do with. Why does Phil Jones get a clap? Why does Phil Jones get a clap? Who has played 4 or 5 games this season? Yeah. Why does he get a clap and Jesse Lingard doesn't?
Because in the 4 or 5 games that he has played in this season, he's done well. He's not had a single bad performance.
Okay, he hasn't played the best. He hasn't. Jesse Lingard is when he comes on, he puts in more of an effort than anybody else on the fucking pitch. I'll tell you that.
Partially wrong.
Jesse Lingard deserves a clap. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. No,
he probably
that statement alone. Tell me I'm wrong.
He deserves a standing ovation. He does.
If Juan Mata, Nemanja Matic, who came out before anybody who said I'm leaving at the end of the season, and like, what does that help with? Finish out the season and then leave. Jesse Lingard never said anything like that. He stuck around.
Abundantly clear that he wants. He
stuck around. They said they wanted him
under contract.
No, because they wanted him to stay. They were gonna let him go.
Yeah, but
they wanted him to stay though. So they weren't gonna let him go, but they wanted him to stay.
If his agent forces a move out, you can always do that.
But they wanted him to stay. All I'm coming to this, we're not going to get into the Jesse Lingard argument, but he deserves a clap.
All season.
He deserves a clap.
Not good.
Man's been there his whole career, and he loves the club with all his heart.
Yeah,
the least they could do is give him a clap. Whether or not he's the best player, Phil Jones is fucking shit. Okay, yeah, he came on 4 or 5 games, had a few good, decent performances. Don't act like Phil Jones was fucking top class when he came on for those 4 or 5 games. Okay? Just get that out of the way.
Better than Ruben. That's all we got for you bums this week. We'll let you know anything that happens with the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, all the different fucking leagues, including the Premier League.
We got the title race coming to an end. 4 games left. Let's go City.
Unfortunately seconded.